Good morning. This is Paul Levine with Stealth Traders, and today we're going to look at our new indicator, the wave counter. And as you can see here, it counts waves downwards and upwards. Downward waves are red, upward waves are green. This is a live market. It's pre-opening. It's 6:25. We're on the ES contract 512 tick. The study is fractal. All of our fractal studies work on any time frame period. So if you don't think it's going to work on it, it'll work on it. All right, so let's get right into this. So what we actually have is we have a session low prior to the opening. It's about 6:26. It's a Thursday morning, so it made a new low. So that's a wave. It's a wave down from the double and triple tops here. Kind of been downways market overnight. Pre-market. So now we have this white dotted line, which is a session low, but it's also indicating that there's a range here where it may become range bound sideways, kind of a choppy situation. Just to make a so you can see also now we have a dual wave count. We have a green wave up and a red wave number 2. You can kind of see it in there next to so it's going to give you a dual wave count here. The idea of the wave counter is not confuse you with the Elliott wave system. I'm a master Elliott wave controller, and it gets very confusing with the ABCs and all the different types of waves. So what we have here, it's looking for the strongest wave out of 5, and we recalculate it into 3 so it's easier to see on the screen. We don't want to use it alone. We want you to use it with our other studies. So here we have a sideways market. There's 2 waves here. If it breaks up, that's a wave 3. If it breaks down, that's a wave 3. But we actually don't want to make a trade here yet until it breaks one of the actual white dotted lines. So another fascinating and amazing aspect of this system, you know you're in a sideways market right now. Don't trade it. And we actually give it the parameters. So that's an added bonus here. Now we are in a downward market. Our hyper snapback line is below 0. Anytime it's below 0, we're going to look for shorts. If it's above 0, we're looking for longs. So we're not looking for longs right now. And let's see, we're a couple minutes from the opening. And we'll just see how the market continues here in this kind of sideways chop. What's really nice about this system is you can trade at any time, especially with the wave counter. As soon as the bell opens up, we're going to look for a higher percentage signals. We have these snapback downs, which you can see here. There was a hyper snapback down and it shot way down, so that would have been really easy. You have an actual wave 1 down with a hyper snapback down. You're in a downward motion. Red, you go short. If you're confused and it's still red, you stay short. In this complete trade here, you could have just stayed into the trade till right here. You know, red, we're short, we're out, or just bring your stop there. So we'll see, we're still a minute or so away from the market opening. Here we go. So let's see if it breaks up or down. I'm really not liking the actual sideways motion, but we'll wait till it breaks up or down to see if we have a nice high percentage set up. And then I'll get a little bit into the parameters of the actual wave counter study, because there are alarms you can set off for different breakout points and wave points. A few seconds away from the opening. Less than 10 seconds. See, we're in a sideways motion, so we're just being patient. Okay, market's opening. So there is a potential. There's a session low. It's still in the chop. There's a potential to go short here. I'd rather have a bigger breakout move. We're still sideways, so you're patient. The actual our studies will tell you, especially with the wave counter, we're sideways. We don't want to go long or short here yet. So we're about 1 minute into the opening. There's another session low. So that's a wave 2 because it made a fail. It was a failure there, so let's kind of count that as a wave 2. All failures are wave 2, whether it's up or down. But we're not convinced yet. We're not making a trade. We're sitting in our hands. Even at this point, if it does break down or up, I want it to prove it, so you don't get like a little whipsaw effect and you get stopped out. So it breaks down. You could take this short. I wouldn't though. It did break into the wave 3. You can see 1, 2, 3, and it gave you dual wave counts. It kind of came back up. Some traders who prefer to just jump in right away, I'm not going to hold that against you. I just wanted to give me a better read on what the market's actually going to do and which way it's going to actually go. That we have definitely in a downward trend on this particular time frame. We'll see if it breaks up in here. Okay, I actually like this. So what I'm going to do right here, I'm going to do a buy. I'll put that right in there. I'm just going to do one contract. Okay, so the order's filled. That is on a wave 3. It did break above the 0 line. This is what we call a postal move, which is a higher percentage move. And so we're off. That's a good trade. Very simple and precise. System's very accurate. So we waited for the breakout. We'll let this contract actually ride. There's areas here where you can you could have added on as it pulled back. I'll wait for a nice pullback before I add on any more contracts. So now we're pulling back down to the bottom of the LRC. It gave a wave count down. I actually like this here, so I'm going to add. Looking for a snap back up. I'm going to bring this. There we go. I was actually going to bring it down a little bit lower, but it did fill it. So that was a hyper and white snap back up. So you can kind of see just from the start, we're in the money. Look, if you get stopped out, that's fine. Just you understand the direction. You recalibrate what you're actually looking for. We're looking for longs at that point, and we're in the money. So let's look at some of the parameters really quickly of the study. Here's a wave counter. And then you can see the different wave parameters, up colors, what we have. You can actually change that. Here's our different alerts, up wave, different wave sound you actually put on. So it's pretty simple. Get the system, get the wave counter. We'll keep you in the money. Well, this is actually a really nice trade. We'll help you with it. There'll be a free half-an-hour session for the first, we'll say 20 buyers. And we'll just take it from there. There's a lot more in detail that I can go into, but you actually can see that it actually rewrote on that snapback down. It gave you another wave 3. So without counting all these multiple waves on an Elliott wave system, it's really simple and it's precise. It keeps you in the trades. Thank you very much for listening. Best of trades.